Hey guys, it's Amanda. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be reacting to 10 British phrases that confuse the rest of the world. I've lived in the UK for the best part of 10 years and I still don't understand everything that's said to me. So let's see how this goes. And remember, if you enjoy this video, give it a big thumbs up. And if you have any ideas for reactions, leave them in the comments below or head over to my Instagram to say hello. So let's get started.
Both in we had with the Grotty Scotch bin.
Oh, the one that was all sixes and sevens.
Yeah, she was a travelling stripe, but the Morris dancer lived up the apples and pears.
Let's not waffle on and overegg the pudding, or we'll be here for donkey's years. So, welcome to Watch Mojo UK, and today we'll be counting down our picks for the top 10 British phrases that will always confuse the rest of the world.
It's a bit early for bums already. I'm a married woman. They're gonna make me blush.
For this list, we're celebrating some bog-standard bits and bobs of British English. But there's a spanner in the works because these sayings make no sense to anyone else.
Spare me the confused innocence,
Not to divert from the video, I absolutely love British comedy, but Toast of London is definitely not a show I get. I don't really find it funny. Let me know in the comments if anyone else feels the same, or if it's just me.
We're both far too long in the tooth.
Number 10, Bob's your uncle.
This will go in here, and Bob's your uncle, abracadabra, is this your card?
No.
Even if Bob really is your uncle, what's he got to do with anything? A saying said whenever a plan is executed, non-Brits might feel more familiar
Makes me
with
feel
the
warm and
similar
fuzzy
Americanized
inside.
idiom, hey presto, or the French phrase, et voila. Some linguists trace Bob's your uncle back to Arthur Balfour, who succeeded his uncle Lord Salisbury as Prime Minister in 1902. Balfour's critics claimed he only got the job thanks to his familial connections.
Bob's your uncle. Okay?
I don't know anyone that actually says, hey presto. Maybe in like films, but not real life. And also, isn't Bob's your uncle the same as Fanny's your aunt? Fanny's your aunt? They're both really odd sayings, so I'm curious where they've come from. So if you know, let me know in the comments.
Number 9, a car boot sale.
Love a car boot, baby. Love a car boot.
While boot sales are a kind of cultural institution in the UK, this term can bewilder anyone not born in Blighty. First off, the car boot itself causes confusion, given that American English calls a car's storage space its trunk. But then, there's the actual concept itself, which makes a stateside garage sale seem very small fry.
That is 182 bottles of body lotion. I was going to sell them at a car boot sale.
Driving for miles to
I love Alan Partridge. He's so funny.
show off your second-hand stuff on a fold-up decorating table, and somehow selling Delia Smith's Christmas cookbook from 1997 for £2.50, it's all brilliantly British.
Well, Christmas time is party time.
Number 8, a good old chinwag.
So a car boot is basically like a massive yard sale. And for those of you who don't know what that is, you put all of your belongings out on your front lawn and people come to buy your stuff.
No good stood round here chin-wagging. Human race should gossip all day.
Enjoyed by friends over a coffee, a pint, or on the walk home from work, this basic Britishism breathes new life into any conversation. With satisfying literalness, the term triggers anyone who hasn't heard it before to imagine chins rising, falling, and flailing around like an excitable dog's tail. Of course, given that a good old chinwag is the same as an overdue gossip, the mental image of mouths speaking quickly isn't too far away.
Go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on, go on.
Number 7, have a
That's not really something I've heard before moving here. It's a bit of an odd saying. Like in the States, we would say, are you having a chat? Or we're just having a chat. So it's slightly different.
butchers. And so, we've come to Cockney rhyming slang.
East End, you say? I wonder what it's like these days.
So much of British English is born out of London colloquialisms, but if you aren't well versed, then you can quickly struggle. You might say you're Hank Marvin if you're hungry because you're starving, or you'll refer to someone you like as your old china, as in china plate, as in mate, as in friend. But to have a butcher's is one of the most widely used phrases in London and elsewhere, and it simply means to have a look. Butcher's hook, look.
Is that
see?
Jason
It's simple.
Statham? He looks well
See what we've
young.
got. Let's have a butcher's, eh?
I've actually made a video on rhyming slang, and it's much more challenging than you'd think. Like tea leaf, bees and honey, battle cruiser. There are loads, all equally confusing, but I suppose that's the point. So if you're interested in learning more, I'll put a link to my video in the description.
Number 6, chuffed to bits.
I played 5 eggs this morning. 5! How chuffed with that I was. Chuffed!
It sounds very painful, but it's actually quite pleasant. In today's lingo at least. We Brits describe ourselves as chuffed whenever something has gone exceptionally well, like A-star exam results or a favourable football score.
Chuffing Nora.
However, the etymology
Chuffinora. Chuffinora. Hey mate, Chuffinora.
of chuff includes it being used as a 16th century adjective for an overweight person and as an alternative noun for someone's bottom or their genitalia. If something's up the chuff, it's in a bad way. So, the chuff to bits now means excessive happiness is quite a considerable leap.
I've only ever heard Northerners use this term. Is it just a Northern word?
Number 5, what a plonker.
Plonker.
A phrase made famous by Del Boy, usually at Rodney's expense. Plonker fronts a family-friendly set of soft British insults, all designed to deride someone for their stupidity, but usually in a playful way.
You plonker.
As well as the only fool's favourite, there's pillock, prat, nitwit and numpty, while you might also salute someone's waning intelligence by saying they're a few sandwiches short of a picnic. Only in Britain does it make sense to match a person's mental prowess with what they might be having for lunch. Number 4, spend a penny. To a traditional euphemism which sometimes confuses even British folk below a certain age, to spend a penny is to use the toilet.
What, you like to spend a penny, girl?
The term dates back to the mid-1800s, when coin-operated locks were fitted onto lots of public loos, so there really was a charge if you needed to relieve yourself. A century or so later, and the cost of visiting the toilet had skyrocketed to 10 or 20 pence. But the saying stuck around simply as a polite, indirect way of letting others know what you were up to.
Excuse me, Bruce, I have to spend a penny.
Go for your life, pal. Don't fall in.
Spend a penny makes a lot of sense. However, the last time I had to pay to get into a toilet was near the London Eye, and I'm pretty sure it was £1. So it's not quite a penny anymore, is it?
Number 3, Sod's Law. Given that one meaning of sod has the word relating to grass or turf, it can be tricky to see how Sod's Law started.
Why is it, do you suppose? You keep on saying me.
Sod's Law.
It's often compared to Murphy's Law in America, though Sod's Law is slightly more severe. You could call it the exact opposite to a win-win situation. Red traffic lights when you're running extremely late, that's Sod's Law. Staying in for a delivery but missing it because you took a shower, that too. Booking a beach holiday but getting rain all week, good god it's annoying.
I could puke.
Number 2, on the pull.
Maybe they should change the Alanis Morissette song to Sod's Law because it's a song about things being ironic, but none of it is ironic. So I guess that's ironic?
Or getting lucky, head to the city centre on a Saturday night and you'll soon catch on. Whether someone's on the pull, they're pulling at that precise moment, or perhaps they've just been pulled by someone else, it all relates to the purposeful pursuit of romantic or sexual relationships.
You want my advice?
Yeah.
Go where the sex is.
It's exactly what I was thinking.
And British slang terms for the various stages of pulling are pretty plentiful too. To chat up is to talk to snog is to make out with, and you can consult Austin Powers for the rest.
Very shagadelic, baby. Yeah.
Number
Now I
1,
know.
swings and roundabouts. An everyday idiom across the UK, today's winner roughly equates to nothing gained and nothing lost.
And I promise I will try my absolute hardest to bring your loved ones back to you, dead or alive.
said whenever the pros and cons of a given situation seem to cancel each other out. The origins of the phrase are largely unknown, although most researchers agree on the obvious links to the children's playground, with both playtime options promising equal levels of fun. You might even favour the slide, but it swings and roundabouts really.
Well, that may or may not be true.
Well, it is true.
Well, it may or it may not be true.
Isn't that the same as saying here or there, or 6 and 2 3s? There's so many weird sayings, and I have no idea where any of them come from. Well, that was an interesting video. I could probably make a list of hundreds of British sayings that people would find confusing, as I've come across loads since moving here. I've actually done a few videos on different words and phrases that I found confusing, so feel free to check them out. But what did you guys think about the phrases? Did you believe they are confusing, or are there some other ones that you'd add to the list? Let me know and put them in the comments. And as always, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, smash that like button if that's what you're into, and I'll see you in the next video.